My name is DMC713, you can call me David, and this is how I changed my lighting from this to this. This is going to be a breakdown of all the pieces that I added as well as removed from my lighting setup, and as always, all the items will be linked below in the description. So how we're going to do this is, we're going to start with a pitch black room, and one by one, I'm going to turn on each piece of lighting that I've added. Along the way, you're going to see what each item does to add to the scene. So first, let's start with the blank room. Alexa, game over. So now, we're currently lit only by my monitor. And the first thing I'm going to add is the Amarand 100D as my key light. My camera's here. The key light is 45 degrees to my right, your left, and up a little bit. And you can see that this adds a nice, soft, diffuse light, and it provides a little bit of shadow to this side of my face. Also, this 100D key light is also set to 5600 Kelvin color temperature. So one thing to make sure of is to set your camera to 5600 white balance. Do not set it to auto white balance. I think it makes the biggest difference. Another thing to notice is that on my face you're not seeing any white hot spots of like where the light is too bright. This 100D is dimmable, so currently it's set to 20%. That's where I found my sweet spot to be. So whatever key light you look at, make sure it's dimmable. If it's not dimmable, make sure you have space to move it back to reduce some of that harshness. My key light includes a diffusion cover as well as a grid to keep the light from spilling too far into my background. This is my face lit up only by this LED video light that I found on Amazon. I use it primarily just to fill in some of the shadows that's caused by my key light that are on this side of my face. This is my lighting using only the 100D key light and the LED video light as a fill light. You can see the shadows on this side of my face aren't as harsh. It provides a little bit of an outline on my face. I really think it makes a big difference. The first part of my background lighting is I've added a Govee glide wall light to my back wall right above my TV. And you can see right here with just this light on how it gives a small outline to the top of my head as well as a little bit to my shoulders. What this does is it separates me from my background, especially when my background is really dark and my front of my face is really bright. It's easy for the rest of my body to kind of fall into the darkness. This gives an outline and kind of creates some definition to yourself. This is honestly one of my favorite pieces of lighting. You can change the color temperature to it. You can change the colors. Let's make it blue. As well as you can do cool scenes. And these scenes really make the background of whether you're game streaming or making YouTube videos, it makes the background really interesting. The next piece of lighting I've added is Philips Hue play bars. I've added one to each side of my TV in my background, and while this doesn't really do anything for me, it's more of the aesthetics of the background. When you pair this along with the Govee glide, it really creates for a really dynamic background that pops. This is what both of my background lights together look like. You can see the Govee glide is set to like a cool white. The Hue play bars is set to a, like a magenta pink and a cyan or blue. I think together it really creates a really good combination of lights. So now we got the background lights going. I've got my side fill light going, and now I'm going to turn on my key light. And this is the final product, or at least version 1 of my YouTube and streaming setup lighting that I've got going. As always, links will be in the description below. If you like what you saw here, please consider subscribing, and I will be answering any questions you have in the comments below. Peace.